What is good, YouTube? Well, gets me every time. Alright, I got a tip for you here today. Firstly, I noticed that there's no healers, so I'm going to use my advanced DK speed to take the Zerker before anybody else gets it. Now the tip I got for you today is that level 98 Legion unlocks for you. And the BG bracket for a 98 player ranges from level 90 to level 99. You have the ability, as you notice the paladin here has his Ashbringer too, you have the ability to unlock your artifact weapon at level 98. Now if you hit level 98 and you're not sure what to do, if nothing pops up for you, just log out, log back in, you should get a quest that will give a Hearthstone right to your main city and the quest should pop up from there. Now I do want to say I probably should have went unholy. I probably should have got my unholy weapon first, just because the frost weapon is a passive effect that doesn't really do much until you level the weapon a lot more, where the unholy one is a usable move that does a lot of damage. Now, one of the best classes for doing this alone is probably the Marksman Hunter or the Windwalker Monk. The Fury Warrior's pretty good too. Basically gives you a strong move that no one else has access to yet, and your stats get a giant boost since PvP is based off templates that are based off your item level, and your weapon has a 750 item level. That's way higher than anything anybody else below 98 with their weapon has. I'm not saying you should turn off your leveling XP and just chill down here. I do believe in progressing your character and yourself as a player, and I don't think using a gimmicky feature, if you will, to smash people that are weaker than you to be something that everybody should just chill out and do for the rest of their game time. But if you're looking for an easier time to get from level 98 to level 101, this is an excellent way to do it. The BG XP is pretty decent right now. It takes about 4 or 5 wins to get a level, it feels like anyway. That could change over time, so don't quote me on that. I do find, since the level 100 has its own bracket, a lot of people in the level 100 bracket don't have their weapon either, so it's still a pretty good way to do it. More and more, as I'm leveling, I'm leveling on my hunter at the moment at level 91, and I'm noticing a lot of people have their artifact weapon. So I'm guessing a lot of people know about this. This is mostly a shout out to anyone that doesn't. Just so we get some more balanced games at level 98 bracket, you know? I'd like to, at least half of both teams should have their artifact weapons, and then it'll just be a giant clash where some people are just like watching the huge DBZ fighters just smash each other. There's like Krillins and there's like, you know, Gokus. Alright? That's what this bracket is like. Anyway, that's that tip. Also, if you're getting smashed in this bracket, you now know why. If you had no idea about the artifact weapons, and you never worried about getting them until after you hit level 100, you can most definitely get them before then.
Come here, son.
Dad, what's wrong?
Trunks, there's something you must know.
Frost, it has a lot of damage output. So even people with other artifact weapons, like you've seen the Paladin with their artifact weapon. The Paladin artifact weapon isn't that good until you get your actual artifact leveled up a little bit. It's a little bit weak. But once you, like, they have a perk in their tree that doubles the damage of it, essentially, by making it bleed and giving you full holy power at the same time. So it really, like, a lot of weapons, it really depends on your class. A lot of weapons scale with how much artifact power they have, and you're not going to have a weapon with a lot of artifact power in the 98, 99 bracket. It's pretty much, you're only going to have that fresh usability. You might be able to go around like farming chests in the aisles or something and try to get a little extra artifact power without getting too much XP and bumping yourself out of the bracket, but I wouldn't recommend wasting that time. I do want to give a shout out to health potions here too. You can use them at level 100. The ancient healing potion, and at level 100 they heal you for like half of your health, which is huge. That means a 16G potion can turn the tides of a battle. But if you're on Temple Mogu and you don't think you're a good player, I don't know if you are or not. I'm not the judge here. I'm not a great player myself. But if you don't think you're a great player and you're not confident in your ability to kill orb carriers, at least solo, and don't just shoot at an orb carrier and be like, well, I didn't have heals, so what do you want me to do? No, man, that's not good enough. You gotta be able to CC, use your heals, use your slows, use your traps. Always try to go for somebody's back when they got their parry up. Never just swing into them. Keep trying to get their back. Don't be afraid to use your spells too. They ain't gonna parry Chain's Eyes. Use your stuns, whatever you gotta be able to use it to juke people, get the target down, and somehow leap out of there. Like, if you can do all that, if you can juggle all of those extra moves, then I say skip the orb. And let maybe even the slower classes grab them, like Warlock or DK, you know? People that aren't as mobile, let the Fury Warriors go for the orb carriers. Don't make them get the orb because they take extra damage. But like, think about what class you are, what your best position is in this game, and that's how you win Temple Mogu, alright? Put your good players where you need them, put your bad players in the spots that are alright to have them, and try to work together with your team. If your people are holding mid, join them in mid. If no one's holding mid, you know, I've won a few games just running around the outside with the orbs, with like 3 orbs, just because the other team had OP heals in the mid. That game might come at you soon. But anyway, guys, that's about all I got for you here today. So make sure if you're leveling an ult and you hit level 98, take advantage of this PvP greatness. It's much like the level 98, 99 in the Warlords of Draenor PvP. Back when you had all your perks unlocked and no one else had their perks unlocked, it's probably about the same. So if you enjoy just trolling people for a level or two as like that glory walk to the finish line, then get her done, get your Legion weapon, make sure you pick the right one for doing the most damage and not one with the passive effect. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. Have a good one, guys, and good luck in the PGs.
Counter orb returned. Dispersion. Vacated. Orb dispersion down. Orb picked up. Orb returned. Vacated. Orb picked up. Orb returned.
Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more wacky content, and drop a like if I'm on the right track and you're having a good time. Anyways, have a good one guys, and Godspeed.